Welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the fascinating stories and people that make our world a richer and more interesting place. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me on this journey of discovery. Today, we're going to take a trip to the world of literature, specifically to the realm of Chinese fiction. You may have noticed that while Japanese and Korean authors like Haruki Murakami and Han Kang have gained international recognition, Chinese writers are less well represented in English translation. But one editor, Zhang, is on a mission to change that. Zhang, an editor at Riverhead Books, has launched an initiative to publish more translated Chinese language literature. Her goal is to expose American readers to a broader range of Chinese literary fiction, beyond the classics and stereotypes that often dominate our perceptions of Chinese culture. She wants to share stories that are relatable, thrilling, and funny, and that offer a glimpse into contemporary Chinese life. One of the first books in this new effort is Women, Seated, by Zhang, a novel that explores themes of class, labor, and feminism in modern-day Beijing. The story follows a nanny who plots to kidnap the child in her care, but things don't go as planned when the family patriarch is arrested on corruption charges. It's a tale that could take place anywhere, but its setting in Beijing offers a unique perspective on the complexities of Chinese society. Zhang's project is not just about translating books, it's about building bridges between cultures and fostering greater understanding and empathy. By sharing these stories, she hopes to challenge our assumptions and broaden our horizons, allowing us to see the world from different perspectives. As we travel through the world of literature, we're reminded that stories have the power to connect us across borders and boundaries. They can inspire us, educate us, and entertain us, but most importantly, they can help us understand each other better. We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. I'm your host, Charles. We're taking a break from our journey across the country to share a story that's been making headlines in Queensland, Australia. As we've been traveling through the region, we've noticed the strong sense of community and the importance of family, which is why this tragic story has resonated with us. Just outside of Brisbane, in the suburb of Regent's Park, a devastating accident occurred over the weekend, claiming the lives of a father and his 4-year-old son. The two were out for a walk, enjoying some quality time together, when they were struck by a utility vehicle while on the footpath. The driver, a 41-year-old man from the same suburb, has been charged with 2 counts of manslaughter. As we've been speaking to locals in the area, it's clear that this tragedy has sent shockwaves through the community. Flowers, teddy bears, and heartfelt messages have been left at the scene, paying tribute to the father and son who lost their lives. One note reads, "Super Dad," while another says, "Uncle Braden and our little buddy Hendrix Hemi, we love you so much." Always in our hearts. The community is coming together to support the family during this difficult time, with local leaders vowing to take action to improve pedestrian safety on Green Road, where the accident occurred. The speed limit on that road is 70 kilometers per hour. And many are calling for measures to be put in place to prevent such tragedies from happening again. As we continue our journey, we're reminded of the importance of staying safe on our roads and the need for vigilance when it comes to protecting our loved ones. The state's road toll has risen to 87 this year, with many more lives lost due to accidents like this one. We'll be taking a moment to reflect on this story and the impact it's had on the community. Our thoughts are with the family and friends of those who lost their lives. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels, folks. As we wrap up another journey of exploration and discovery, I want to take a moment to reflect on the importance of safety and stability in our personal and professional lives. You know, as travelers, we often find ourselves in unfamiliar territories, navigating uncharted waters, and pushing beyond our comfort zones. But what happens when we return home, or rather, to our workplaces? Do we prioritize creating an environment that fosters growth, innovation, and creativity? Today's story takes us on a fascinating journey through the world of business and leadership, where we encounter some surprising insights about disruption, safety, and performance. You see, conventional wisdom often tells us that disruption is the key to unlocking innovation and progress. But what if I told you that this approach might actually be hindering our ability to think creatively and take risks? Let me share with you a remarkable example from the world of business. When IBM was on the verge of collapse, its CEO, Lou Gerstner, made a bold move. Instead of demanding results or introducing drastic changes, he visited the company's research center to reassure the scientists that he was committed to supporting their work. By creating a sense of safety and stability, Gerstner empowered his team to take risks, explore new ideas, and ultimately transform the company. Similarly, when Alcoa was facing similar challenges, its CEO, Paul O'Neill, made a commitment to safety, not profits. By prioritizing the well-being of his employees, he created an environment that allowed them to feel secure enough to innovate and experiment. And the results? Both companies experienced remarkable turnarounds, achieving record-breaking profitability in a short span of time. Now, you might be thinking, but Charles, this all sounds too good to be true. Or perhaps, isn't disruption necessary for growth and innovation? Well, my friends, it's not about avoiding change or playing it safe. It's about creating an environment where people feel empowered to take risks, explore new ideas, and collaborate with each other. As the renowned social psychologist Mary C. Murphy points out, disruption can actually impede the growth mindset that's essential for supporting an innovative culture. And research has shown that fear, anxiety, and stress can limit our cognitive capacity, drain our creativity, and shrink the space we have for insight, collaboration, and original thinking. So, what can we learn from these examples? That genuinely visionary leaders know that disruption and safety go hand in hand. By building trust, creating a sense of well-being, and prioritizing the safety and stability of their teams, they empower people to think boldly, take risks, and explore new territory. As we close this episode of Charles Travels, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question. What kind of environment do you want to create in your own life and work? Do you prioritize safety, stability, and well-being? Or do you subscribe to the notion that disruption is the only way to drive innovation? Whatever your answer may be, remember that true growth and progress often require a delicate balance between exploration and stability. So, take a moment to reflect on your own approach to leadership, creativity, and risk-taking. Ask yourself, what kind of space do I need to thrive, and how can I create that space for others? That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep on traveling.